Well, good evening, everyone. How are we all today on this lovely grey, dark, and winter evening? How are we all doing? Well, it's not quite winter yet, is it? It's autumn still. Not quite sure what we would class that as, but hello and good evening. How are we all doing? Let's just give everyone a little moment just to come and join and see how we're all getting on and how's your week been. I feel like it's been forever since I've been on a Thursday night live. It's only just been a couple of weeks, but it feels like a long time. I've got a lovely, really lovely, simple, classic project for today. So I'm going to go ahead in a moment, give everyone a little moment to pop over and say hello. Let me know how your day's going. Have a good day, good bad day. It's Friday tomorrow. Whoop, whoop. But we have got half term coming up, so well, in England anyway. So that's going to cause chaos, but it'll be fine. Good evening, Jan. Good evening, Rachel. Good evening from what has been a nice sunny day in Barrow. Oh, that's nice. It's been super, super windy in Bristol, like really windy. I had to go and do the school run earlier, and honestly, gales. Okay, so I'm just going to give everyone a little moment. If you're here, come and say hi. Let me know how you're getting on. How's your day been? Has your day just started? Whereabouts in the world are you? I'd love to know what's going on. In the in-between, well, let's have a little look at what we've got today. We've got some really lovely necklaces today. Well, I mean, I say necklaces. You could pretty much do whatever you want with these. We've gone ahead and made necklaces with them, but I think that you could make necklaces. You could make a little suite with these kits. Absolutely beautiful. Great for this kind of cool, chilly evenings that are coming in now. Oh, hello everyone. So Crafty Span. Hello, I just got back from pottery class, so I'll be watching and enjoying I will enjoy watching and having a relaxing time. Oh, what did you make in your pottery class? Something I haven't tried yet, but I can't allow myself to go down that road because we all know so many things that I want to just, and it's another thing for me to get distracted by. Hi, Anastasia. I hope you had a great vacation. I didn't really have a vacation. We just switched. We just alternate our weeks. But yeah, it has been a while. Yes, because I've done a few switch-ins. It's been a lovely day in Sudbury. Oh, lovely. Well, I think Savannah's going to come and join us in a moment, the French Bulldog. I heard a little snuffling then, so it's quite likely. If you hear the snoring, you know it's Savannah. Let's go ahead and have a little look at what we've got for today, shall we? Okay. Let me switch my camera and let you see the lovely projects that we have for today. So we have these lovely, stray hair. We have these beautiful, simple rosary style necklaces. You can see we've got these lovely check foiled lined glass beads in a cube and rounds. I absolutely love the cubes. Lots of love going on in the chat. Just simply connected with eye pins and jump rings. A really lovely, simple, classic design. And I think Crafty Span, sorry, I don't know if I should be called, that's the name that's coming up. That this is a really nice, relaxing project to be able to do. You can layer these up. So you can see we've got a couple of colorways. We've got this beautiful, almost like olivey, limey green version. We have this lovely, I said almost chocolate topazzy, caramelly tones of brown here, and the way that the light catches the corner of those cubes is just beautiful. Can you see how cool is that? And then of course you have your chain. I will go through the kits in a moment. And then of course you have this lovely emerald green, I'd like to say, version here. Now we do have two new colorways as well, actually three. I think this is a different, this is the same, I think this is the same color. We have two different versions. We're going to make these up tonight. You can see here we've got the lovely beautiful icy blue aqua tones in this kit, and this really lovely smoky, almost smoky grey brown bronzy tone here. Charcoal, I think, is what is referenced to. So let's have a little look at these kits on the website. and see exactly what you do get. So I'm going to take you over to the website right now. Just bear with me while I find the screen. Here we go. So this necklace is called the Georgia necklace, okay? And so if you go, you go to totallybeads.co.uk, and then we go down to video tutorials, and then you'll see, if you just scroll down a little bit, you'll be able to see the Georgia necklace just here. Anastasia, I set my alarm clock so I wouldn't miss the class. To the ladies in the chat, have someone try to call Totally Beads. I to try, if I miss some numbers and I try to email them, I'm having a problem. Oh no, can I get some help if you lived in the UK? So Anastasia's putting a shout out. Just the details, if you look, Anastasia, on the website are just here in contact, and you should be able to go into contact. There's our telephone number, and there's a contact form. So if you submit your question through that form, they will be able to help you. Okay, so hopefully that will help you, Anastasia, and that of course is the telephone number for you there for the UK. Oh, hello, Elaine. Oh, it's lovely to see you. Thank you for joining. Okay, so we're just going to go back to the project for tonight, the Georgia necklace. And so you'll see that there's a tutorial on YouTube already for you, and then you can see the different versions of this necklace. So you'll see here there's a couple of other necklace versions as well. So we've got the Aruba blue. So look at this beautiful, it's a really beautiful blue tone as well. And with this, you're going to get your 6mm silver foil round beads, your 6mm silver foil cube beads, 4x3mm oval chain, 12mm lobster clasp. You're going to get a bag of 6mm outer diameter jump rings, and you're going to get 50mm eye pins. So you're going to get everything you need to be able to make this lovely necklace. So let's have a look at the versions now. I did see a little cheeky offer at the top there. So we've got the Aruba blue, we've got the caramel, and if you look just at the top, where did it go? Oh, there was a, here we are, little cheeky offer for us just here. $7.99 for a kit, or 2 for $13. So get a couple of colors, mix them up, match them, and see what you can come up with. These would look great with different color versions. So $7.99 for the kit, or you can have 2 for $13. So again, same contents, again, just a different colorway, the beautiful caramel version. And then, excuse me, we've got the charcoal version, which we can make up tonight, so that you can see that lovely one made up. And then we have the fern green. The fern green is this beautiful, almost like a bottle green. How beautiful is that? And again, exactly the same contents in the kit, just foil round beads, cube beads in that different color variation. Again, $7.99 for 1, or 2 for $13. Then you have the glacier here with me, but how beautiful is that? I think this is nice, clear crystal colored glass cubes. How beautiful are those? Very classic, great for your winter outfit. And look at it against that black. Is that not just going to look beautiful for your Christmas party outfit? And yes, I've said it, it's coming up. I can't believe we're nearly in November. Crazy. Then of course we have our golden khaki, which is this beautiful color here. The color that I said was almost like your olivey lime green. It's probably one of my favorites, but this is my kind of color tone, so definitely my favorite color out of the selection. Oops, where did it go? And then of course you have sangria. Ooh, beautiful, rich plum tone color glass beads here. So how beautiful is that? So you have sangria. So you have all these lovely colorways. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make up the charcoal version for you now. So this is the only one that we haven't got the picture for us, because we've got the kit here to make it up. So there is your lovely pieces. And let me just stop sharing for you quickly. Hi, Carol. So again, you've got this would be the lovely caramel version. You have the lovely khaki or khaki, however you say it. And then this is the sort of the fern color. I personally think it's more like well, I think it's like that lovely bottle green. Then of course this is the colorway for the Aruba blue. How stunning is that? And then of course we have the charcoal, which is what we're going to work with today. So at the moment, $7.99 for one kit, or you can buy two for 13. Let's have a look at a couple of color combinations, because to me, ooh, I would love, come on, I would love to pair this color with this gorgeous khaki green. That's like my kind of colorway. But of course you have your lovely caramel. Oh, look at those two together. Oh, I don't know. I think I love these two together. Imagine that alternated, or mixing it so that your cubes were a different color to your rounds, and then doing a different, an opposite version on the other one. So what a lovely potential options there. Of course, you have your blues and your greens. I mean, you cannot beat that lovely mermaidial aqua tone. Those are going to be beautiful together as well. And again, I even just look at these. So much potential. Just really lots and lots of options. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the charcoal version. So we're going to need some eye pins. Let's get a couple of eye pins. Now, kit-wise, you're just going to need some basic tools. So some round nose pliers, some cutters. I have some flush cutters just here. I like my flush cutters, but side cutters will be absolutely fine. And then, to be honest, just some chain nose pliers. Mine, my normal chain nose pliers, I've put them down somewhere and I can't find them. Standard or bent chain nose pliers are absolutely fine. You're going to have some of your eye pins. We're going to have some jump rings. Now you can, of course, have your jump ring opener and open these ready if you want to. Optional, of course, as a tool. And we have our chain and our clasp. Now this is just for us to be able to make that end section, that extender. Now, again, this is just an idea of what you could do with this lovely kit. You can do whatever you want with it. We've kind of got it played so that you have equal ends. But what you could do if you wanted to shorten this is place this clasp anywhere along that chain and have that. And then you could even, if you wanted to, pop a drop on the end here, like a little cube, and have that as a little drop if you wanted to. We'll talk through sort of potential design ideas in a moment. If I was intending to have a extender chain, I love to pop a little drop on the end of it, and that has two kind of functions. The first one is, of course, that it looks really pretty, but also it adds that little extra weight just for you to be able to weigh that down. So I'm just going to go ahead and get my bead mat. I don't know if we've got any of these in yet. I know we had currently sold out, but this is also really, really great for when you're plotting a design out. I know I say this every time, but these are essential because it helps you to plot, helps you to keep everything in one place, and it can just help you to place out your design. So you can lay this out, you can plot this, and I know you can't see it too brilliantly, but you can see how we could plot it and then have it so it's equal. So you can see here that this is going to equal probably just around about 19, so about 18, so about 19 inches in total, because you've got your 9.5 and your 9.5, and then of course you've got your extenders that can actually take this necklace to be all the way up to potentially a 24-inch necklace. I'll bring that down for you to see. So you can wear this really long style, or you can shorten this and sit this however you want it to go. Now you'll see on this as well that we have the pattern, and it's pretty much going cube, round, cube, round, cube, round, cube, round, cube. And the really great thing about this is you can make all of your little sections and then you connect them with the jump rings. So you can make them all, and then you can play about with the placement of them and design the pattern. So lots and lots of potential there. So I'm going to go ahead and actually let's keep that to one side, I think, actually, because I am known for spilling and knocking things over. So I'm going to go and pop some of these cubes just into here. Okay. And then obviously some of these lovely rounds as well. So let me see, there we go. Perfect. How lovely these are. So again, a really lovely, simple in design and technique. It's just, and this is something that I always say this, if you did craft fairs or craft stalls or any kind of events like that, this is a great project to be working on whilst you're sat, because it's something that you can talk whilst you're doing this. You know, you're being productive, you're showing that you're creating your work, but it's not too complex that if you get distracted, you'll mess the design up. So I'd love it for that reason as well. So lovely and super quick and simple. We're going to go ahead and start off with the round, cube, and round. It really is that simple. You can pop it onto the eye pin in the pattern that you want. Now, these are large drilled beads. So sometimes I like to actually make that loop a little bit bigger. It depends, because you can see how it's kind of gone a little bit inside the bead. So what I'm going to do, this is my kind of get around with this. I'm going to turn my bead around, and I'm going to take my round nose pliers. I'm going to come up to the end. I'm going to hold it at sort of a point of my pliers. Now, I have a natural place that I go to on my pliers, so I'm quite good at getting consistent loops. However, if you have got something like your 6-step looping pliers, which might be just around here, you could use one of these to get consistent loops, or you could put a mark on your pliers, and then you would always, like with a marker pen, and then again you would have that point to go to. So I'm going to go and I'm placing my pliers just into the middle, my wire head pin just into the middle, and I've got it so it's flush to the top. And then I'm just going to roll it as far as comfortably I could with my hand. I always think of like a little umbrella handle or that J. Okay. And then I'm going to come back in with my pliers now. I'm going to move this out of the way because my camera gets a little bit stroppy if there's something distracting her. So I've got this just here, and what I'm going to do is place my pliers back in, but I'm doing it in a way that I can then roll my hand. So if I come in like this, I'm going to struggle to roll my hand around, but if I come in with that lower prong, you see how I've got all this space now just to continue that roll. You see there, and so it's a P or a D, however you want to look at it. Okay, so it meets, and then it depends on your nails, your strengths. I tend to put my pliers back in again, so I flip my hand back around again, pop my pliers in, and I just use my thumb to just kind of bring that back into that straight line. Now you can of course use pliers if you wanted to. You could come in with your chain nose or your round nose pliers and just use those to just straighten that out, and just make sure you roll that back around to meet. If you're, if you struggle with these really super strong head pins, so that might be an option. So I'm then going to switch that down, and you can see that's just a little bit of a larger loop. So it really is your choice whether you want to do a new one or if you want to go straight from that one. It's sometimes easier to do your own if you have enough wire on your head pin, because you'll then be able to use the excess wire for another head pin. So let's go ahead and show you how I would do this from start. So I'm going to go ahead, reload another one of these on 1, 2, 3, drop that down. So I'm going to just go ahead and use that little eye loop that we have there, which is great. I'm going to hold everything steady, and I'm just going to push that so it's really nice and close, and then I just want to bend this head pin right back as best as I can. Eye pin, sorry, I apologize. And then I'm going to cut it so it's about a centimetre. Again, you can measure this or you can use your eyes. I tend to go by eye, and I use the back of my cutters because they give that nice flat cut. Okay, and then making sure you're in line with as best as you can with this loop that you have down at the bottom. I can come in and I can just kind of roll that as far around as I can, and then all the way so that I've got that loop done. So we've got that in place. You want to make sure it says kind of, you almost want to go past and then realign it so it really goes up as close as you can with it. Okay, so that's one. And as I said, you can, of course, sometimes if you make it from one end, I can still go ahead and use this, cut that edge and roll out. I think sometimes if you do it that way, it just gives you a bit more consistency in the size of the loops. So we've got those two sections there. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and just do a single section, which is just going to have this one single cube. So again, I'm going to come in, I'm going to hold this nice and close, I'm going to push with my fingers that so it goes to a nice sharp angle, and then come in, cut that for about a centimetre, maybe a smidge smaller, and I have enough there probably to be able to make another cube. So let's roll this around. So I've rolled it as far as I could, and then I can come back in and just bring that around to meet. There you go, and that will go in the middle. Now if you do find that you've got a nice amount left from that single cube, you can just use that to make another head pin. I keep saying head pin, I do mean eye pin. So curve, pliers out, come back in at a different angle, and then create that little eye pin. Take another cube, pop it on, and you should have more than enough there to be able to make that matching eye pin, that matching loop. So if you're doing just those little single cubes, you should be able to get 2 cubes completed with the with one eye pin. So I'm going to go back again. We're going to do another single loop, another triple one. So I can come in with, sorry, I have to just move my chair in because my dog wants to sit in the bed, and it's not Savannah, it's not Savannah, it's Benny, my 3-legged lurcher. Hi Lorena. Oh, some friendly chat. Zach also watches. Yep. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm going to again just place this correctly here. Head pin back, eye pin back, sorry, get that nice sharp angle. I do apologize for keep calling it head pin. It's because I tend to use eye pins in pretty much every project, so it's so natural for me to say eye pin, but head pin. But the eye pins do all the work for you here, and they make this design so easy to create. There's another one done already. So another eye pin. Pop on your cube and look at how quick and easy this is. And again, like I said, imagine if you were selling or you were at a fair or a party or something like that. It's going to look great because you're able to do a really effective design and still not lose your focus or your concentration. I think this is quite a nice therapeutic design. Something you could definitely do if you're with friends and having that sort of chat with friends and family. This would be a project that I would love to put all these beads on a table and you know, a nice cup of coffee, a bit of cake, and sit down and just create, see what happens. So again, that little loop that was created from the excess, and then I'm able to just bend that back, trim this. It's about 1 centimetre, and just roll that around. So that's the design as it goes, and you can see how quick and easy this is. In fact, let's count on the main necklace here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 11 of the cubes. So let's have a quick look. 1, 2, 3. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10 of the units with the 3 on. So again, we could go, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I've just put them into a component on my beading tray, and then there's those. So let's see how quick and easy this can be, because after we've got this put together, we then have the fun of just connecting it into the design that you want with the eye pins and the jump rings. So just going ahead, making these designs. Today in California, it's sunny. Oh, can you send some our way, please? I mean, to be fair, it's not been too bad. It's been bright, but it has just been really windy. So we're just going ahead. Just something to be aware of when you are doing these is, I don't know if you've noticed when I'm doing them, what they can do sometimes. Oh, I won't wait out of shot then. Let's try that again, shall we? Sometimes what they can do is they can sort of, because the drill holes on them are very generous, when you bend and you get that angle, the beads can still go up that eye pin. So just really making sure that that's pushed right down as close as you can with your finger. And again, I'm trying to get the bend to be in the same direction as the eye that's already there. So you don't want to cut it so short that it's difficult for you to then be able to roll it around. And doing that initial bend will help with doing that initial bend will actually help with creating that loop look rather than that P or that D. That's okay, Lorena, that's fine. It's nice that you're here. What time is it for you now then? For us, it's coming up to 6:30 in the evening. So just snipping that pliers in and just rolling that around. And can you see how that's giving you that nice curve on that loop and sort of stopping you from having to use your hands to try and manipulate it. So you can see how quick and easy this design can be, but how lovely and effective it's going to look. So 1, 2, and then 3. And then cut. Okay, and then just roll. Just the trickiest part I would say about this is when you're doing the triples, just to make sure that it stays in place and doesn't sort of go up the eye pin. You just want it to be able to stay where it's meant to stay. So already we have got 8 of these units done already. So making sure it's the same direction, pushing that, and when I'm doing it, I'm holding everything really steady with my hand, coming around and rolling that. And then another one, and then we just have one more to do, and then just our little cubes, and then we can put it all together and make this lovely necklace. So rolling that all the way around. One more, and then that's the 10 units already done. Now, of course, we've done this in a necklace form. You could do this in a bracelet. You could make earrings. How cute would these be as an earring? I think they would be lovely. You can make a whole suite with this. So just trim. Roll that around. There we go. That is all of those sections done already. Anastasia says, Laura, I've never bent my eye pin like this before to get this loop, but I will try it out today. Since I've been watching Totally Beads, I've learned so much from each of these classes, and ladies, thank you. Oh, Anastasia, that's lovely to know. And I think I also say, but people, everybody does things differently. And so, you know, for me, it makes natural sense for me to do that. I might do something automatically there. And then I love watching other people and seeing like, oh, I didn't think of doing it like that. You know, I think it's great to learn these new little tips and tricks. But yeah, by doing this, it just has already got that. You just roll it around in and it makes it a lot easier for you. And I think a lot of the time with anything like this, it's about just working in a way that is comfortable for yourself. So as I said, I'm going to be making this one out of the leftover eye pin now. So I'm coming in, rolling it so that's as far as I can go without hurting my wrist. So get that you come in from a new position, roll that around. And then you can even come back in with your plier and straighten it with your plier and your hands if you want to. You know, it's all about how it works for you. And then dropping that bead on. And then pushing that to that nice angle, just trimming it just a little bit, and then rolling it again until it's comfortable and you have that little hook, and then coming back in and just tweaking that to sit how you want it to go. So we have this one. How many have we got left? 4, 5 possibly. So again, coming in, creating that little oops, that happens. And it's little tricks like these beads can rotate on you, and that's fine. Just having control. And also, it's okay if sometimes they go wrong. That one's not the best. I'm just gonna put that one to one side. That did not work out well. It happens, you know. It will happen if you're sort of rushing it. It will happen if you're just sort of trying to go too quick, or you know, the pliers aren't quite working as you want them to. And sometimes we just have off days. And I think it's nice to go, it's okay to have an off day. I'll pop that to one side. So we've got just a couple more to do, and then we can just go back how we would connect them all. And I think this is the best thing about a design like this, is that you can do them in stages. So, you know, you can prep all your beads, and if you were thinking of making a couple of different colorways, you can play about with how they would look. And if you didn't like them, you can switch them back. You know, these are really versatile designs, as in you're not kind of bound by what you've set that design. You have to stick to it because you can change it really easily. So we just have 2 more to do. And remember, as I said, we can there is an offer on these at the moment to buy 2 kits for £13. And I'm going to be a bit cheeky in a minute, and I'm going to switch some components out of the other ones that are already made, just to show you how easy it is to do this. So 1 more to go. Now it is important that we make sure that our loops are closed properly so that the jump ring doesn't risk going through a gap. That is important. So a little tiny bit more. Last one, and we are done. Now the fun part, where we start to put this design together. Okay, that's all your components done. Gather your leftover eye pins and dispose of them accordingly. Okay, so this is where you could use your bead mat to start designing how you want this to be, laying it out. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the cube being at the end, and I'm going to take my eye pin, my jump ring. I could use my jump ring opener, or I can use my pliers, 2 pairs of pliers. And I'm just going to simply connect one of the cubes and then one of the triple units. Close it nice and correctly and place that down. I'm going to switch my hands just because it's funny. You'll find this. I don't know if anyone else finds this, but I have certain pliers that go in each hand. Otherwise, it throws me off a bit. So pick up your next component, pick up your next part of the pattern, which is going to be a cube, add all of that to your jump ring and close. And this is all there is to it, all the way across. So just to clarify how you open and close these jump rings. Jump ring is just taking your 2 pliers and just opening out as if you're opening and closing a door. So we can continue. Natalie's lovely, isn't she? She's such a lovely soul. I get the honor of catching up with her when we do little warehouse trips together, and she is so lovely. Right, I am just carrying on like this, and see again how quickly this pattern picks up. So we're going to just continue. Now you could of course prep and have your jump rings ready and open to go if you wanted to, or we can just open and add them as we go along. So collect, and you just keep going until you've got your design how you want it to go. I feel very committed to, we're here now, so we started, so we'll finish on this one. And then your next piece, and you can just see, and as I said, you can see how easy it is to add and remove your components. So you could switch your colors around if you wanted to. I'm going to go onto this side and just keep it in this pattern until you've got all your pieces connected. And keep going around. Okay, and there you can see already, and I mean, what a lovely bracelet that would make. It goes in nicely with my stacks actually, doesn't it? And already that's more than enough for a bracelet. So how easy is this to sort of compile? So I'm just going to do a couple more, and then we can just talk about how you can finish this design self. So just opening and closing, adding all your components together, and then what we will do afterwards is we will cut some lengths of chain and just attach them to the start and finish off this section and add your clasp. And it really is that simple. That's all there is to it. It's just about connecting the little units we've made in a pattern that suits. And again, you could kind of go 1, 2, 3 with the cubes if you wanted to. You don't have to do the pattern we've done. You can do whatever you want, you know, it's your piece, it's your rules. It's completely up to you. So look how lovely this looks. And then we're just going to keep going. Ah, so is it Zakaya? Says what a lovely creation, and it is. It's a really lovely design, and really great to make, as I said. And this is also something just to point out to again in the UK particularly, that it's the summer, it's the first half term or first school holiday coming up. next week. So some children have already broken up. My daughter's already broken up from college. My son has got to go in today and tomorrow. He's been in today, and then tomorrow he breaks up after tomorrow, and then has a week off. What a great project to sit down and, you know, make with your family, kids, grandkids. Very easy to kind of compile. So you can see I didn't close that one properly, so I'm going to go ahead and reclose that one. And we are very, very nearly done, as you can see. Did I close that one properly, or was it just the way the light looked? I think it was just the way it looked. No, it's that one. Yeah, make sure you close your jump rings properly. There we are. And then just quickly one more connection. And across. And then all the way across, and the last one, and then we can add on our chain. So one more, and that's your lot done. So we've just done all of this in probably 20 minutes, if that. And then to finish this design off, it's really lovely and simple. Measure out sort of 2 inches of your chain. You can use a ruler to do so. Simply measure out your length of chain and then cut. I am a little bit of a cheat, and I like to measure the first one and then take a little bit of leftover head pin or a new eye pin, or however, make a little handle, and then you can just reference it up and you get the same amount. And then we simply connect another jump ring to the first cube, pop on your chain, and again, you don't have to make the chain extender. You could, of course, just go straight ahead and bead it all the way around. You could make this, if you continued, a kind of an over the head style necklace, because it could be continuously connected. But there's your 2 ends connected. And then I'm going to take a jump ring, add it onto the end of one of the chains, and then take my other jump ring, open it, pop on my clasp, add that to the other bit of chain, and there you have your smoky charcoal color version of this necklace. Again, love this color. And I just wanted to just very quickly show you what I meant about kind of mixing your colors. So because of the way that this is done, the way that you're kind of connecting it, what I love about it is that we could switch these out. So I could kind of go, okay, well, what I'm going to do is, let's go to this section here, take this off here, and I could go, okay, do you know what, I'm going to use this one here. I can remove it, and I could switch one of these components out with it. It really is that easy to mix and match these. So let's go ahead and just see, because I think this is going to be a beautiful color combination. Remember that we can switch it back if we wanted to, and that these kits are currently 2 for $13. So loads of potential here. Imagine that. And then we'll take this one out. And what you could do then, of course, is switch it over. And I could put this one into the other version and have two versions. So you've got that as an option. And then, of course, you could come over to your design in the opposite colorway. And you could switch that out and literally make two necklaces, but alternate versions of each other. So I could then just switch that one on to there and there, and that's your other colorway. So lots and lots of potential here with these designs. Nice and simple, Rachel, you're absolutely right, but very effective, very cool and comfortable to wear. You can make it, like I said, put two of these together and make them so they go over your head. Just connect the two ends together with a jump ring. Don't have any chain. Or you could switch it and you could actually have it so it sits in this direction, so the beaded section goes around your neck, and you could actually put some chain on the end here and maybe connect it so it goes like this, and then you can have one little cube and then have some little tassel on it. So lots and lots of ideas, lots of potential. $7.99 for one, two for 13. Go check out the website. There's lots of beautiful color versions on here. You have the lovely khaki, you have the lovely fern, which is this beautiful green, you have the charcoal, you have the caramel, and you have that lovely blue, Aruba blue. You then also have the sangria version on the website, and of course the glazier. So really lovely potential with these kits. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've enjoyed these this project. If you do get these kits, let me know what you get and let me know how your designs go. I always love to see people's makes. I will be back in 2 weeks time, so I won't be back next week, but I will be back the week after. I will be around tomorrow morning for the live. Some lovely crystal wire and jump ring projects coming up, so hopefully I'll see you then. As always, stay safe and have a lovely rest of your week, and I will see you all very, very soon. Okay.